All right, cross screen getting set. Here's your cross screen right here. Okay, so how do you defend a cross screen? All right, this player needs to get level to the screener. When this player comes through, you jam this player off his spot coming through so this player can get on the other side. Okay, if the Pistons end up switching this, I guess, which there's no reason to because of what I just explained, but if you are switching this, you've got to be, boom, ready to battle for real estate now. Okay, this player goes on to the screener. But Isaiah Stewart isn't level to the screener. He doesn't jam him. He's not ready to switch. So look where he's catching the ball. Already in the charge circle. So now it's just an easy little turnaround for two. All right, so a few things is, one, Marvin Bagley cannot guard this player on the perimeter, okay? So we got to be in the gaps. Now, again, you got to be in the gaps and position properly. You cannot move your feet inward. Look at this player right here. See how he's going to get into the gaps? See how he moves his feet inward? That's a huge problem because you're never going to get back outward. Now, that doesn't kill the Pistons. What kills the Pistons on this is Marvin Bagley sagging. You got to get up and pressure the ball. You know you got a gap defender here, okay? So when this player comes this way, I can now stunt and get this dribble picked up outside the free throw line, right? It's stunt, recover, all right? And his dribble's picked up outside the free throw line. Because Marvin Bagley's sagging, he's letting this player get into his move early, and Marvin Bagley isn't going to give any resistance until, look, see, now the dribble's picked up inside the free throw line. By that time, it's too late, and it results in an easy two. Now let's look at the other option we potentially have, and that's a double team, right? So this player now can come over and double. This player slides down and occupies these two players 2 passes away. Now, this is a lot more complicated, but you double, okay? This player occupies the 2 players 2 passes away. If a skip pass is made here, this player rotates there. This player rotates there, and it's an easy X out. Boom, fall there. If one of these players cuts, let's say this player tries to cut to the middle of the floor, he walks right into this defender here, okay, and now we got to slide down. It's got to be communicated. So now this player has to, if this player goes to the corner, this player has to rotate there, and the X out is the man doubling goes up here. So you can double, but it's a lot easier to just be in the gaps with Marvin Bagley pressed up, and we can get the dribble picked out outside the free throw line. But because he sags, now this dribble's picked up inside the free throw line, and it's too late, and it's two. Horrible transition defense. Let's look at Isaiah Stewart right here. You're getting back to bodies, not random spots on the floor. Look at Isaiah Stewart, okay? Like right now, stop at the three-point line, okay? This is the player you're guarding. Okay, why are you getting back to a random spot on the floor? Stop right here, okay? You can maybe take another half step to a step in, but you can't go any further. You are defending this player. But look what Isaiah Stewart does. He's just getting back to a random spot on the floor, so this player now has a wide open catch and shoot 3, and that happens. Couple of things here. One, this is a terrible switch. I would never switch this guard onto Orlando's big. See, look at this right here. He's just going to overpower him, okay, and get an easy offensive rebound and put back for 2. So, of course, what would I do? I'm hedging this to keep the matchups the way they are, all right? So, ball screen is set. This player is hedging high. Again, look at this. You're walking right into this backside defender. You're fine, okay? Now I get to keep a big on a big and a guard on a guard, okay? But if you're switching a guard onto Orlando's big, you got to battle for real estate early. Look at this right now. There should never be this separation. I got to be nudging this big out as far as possible, okay? So that, again, you can't let him get deep positioning on the floor. Look at this. There's no banging right here, okay? Push this player out of the paint, okay? So that then you can box him out here, okay? And he should have pretty much no chance of an offensive rebound. But you don't battle for real estate early, so look what happens. Now you're boxing him out, but he's already in the charge circle, and it leads to an easy putback for 2. Horrible ball screen defense. Look at how much time's on the shot clock, 3.3 seconds. So look at this. Ball screen is set. What are you doing? Why is Isaiah Stewart underneath the screener? If you're switching this, he's got to be level to the screener so he can defend this player immediately one-on-one coming off. Okay? I guess if you want to be in drop coverage, then you need to get underneath the ball handler, right? And then you fight over the top. If you're, what I would prefer doing hedging, okay, you're hedging and pushing this ball handler out, especially with 2.6 seconds, that puts Orlando in a terrible spot because we have backside help right here, and there's just not enough time to do anything off of that. But the Pistons don't defend this screen at all. Look at this. This player comes off the screen. There's no defense whatsoever. So it's an easy drive to the rim for a dunk. Yeah, this is horrible right here. Look at this defender. Look at this. This is not how you defend away from the ball with your back to the sideline. Okay? His back should be right now. Get in position. Back to the baseline so that when this player comes, look at this. If you're opened up with your back to the baseline, this driving lane doesn't happen. You stunt, you recover, dribble picked up. The problem that you missed that gap assignment is now, look, now this player here is going to have to go help at the rim, which means there's nobody to box out his man, and it's just going to lead to an easy putback. What this defender in the weak side corner is doing. Look at this right now. You're fine right here, right? Back to the baseline. You're seeing ball. You're seeing man. All of a sudden, though, look at this. This player's going to start denying at the three-point line. Why? You're fine right now. Look, watch this player right here, though. Look, where are you going? Now look. Now you're going to get beat back door because one, you weren't seeing your man, but two, why are you flying to the three-point line when you're in fine position that way? Okay, so you take your eye off your man, which could never happen. Ball you man at all times. Two, you're going to deny at the baseline for no reason, and now you're going to get beat back door. I mean, what is that? You hug the three-point line. This is what happens. Look at this. Let's just go over the shell drill. Ball's at the top of the key. You are not defending like this with your back to the sideline. You open up, okay, back to the baseline, and you should have a 1 foot on the elbow, okay? Because now what? When this player comes this way, I can stunt. This player's doing a great job of pressing up and guarding, okay? So right now, again, toe on the elbow right here. When this player comes this way, it's an easy stunt, easy recover because I don't have to move my feet. But you're hugging the three-point line for absolutely no reason, okay? I mean, maybe this is a better place to send them, okay? You're in help side here. You can slide in a little bit, and there's no place to go there. So maybe you angle your body and take them into here. But someone's got to be calling out, I'm in the gap, I'm in the gap, I'm in the gap. So this player knows where to send this offensive player. It's certainly not here because this defender's doing God knows what. I guess you could say it's here. So we should be angling his body this way. Either way, you leave him on an island. By the way, there's 4.6 seconds on the shot clock. So you're just leaving that man on an island. And now he gets right to the rim and it's a 2-shot foul. Why is this Pistons defender going into the screen? Look at this. There's separation here. You can easily fight over the top and be fine. Okay? But if you want to switch, which it looks like he wants to because he just falls right into the screen, you got to communicate right now. Okay? Switch, switch, switch. So this player knows to get underneath and meet this player on the other side, and you're getting underneath the screener and we're good. But a ball screen gets set, and the Pistons yet again don't defend it at all. There is no ball screen defense here. So what does it lead to? Dunk. Couple things. This is a bad switch. All right, look at this. If you're switching, boom, up, ready to guard. Look, it just takes a little bit off. Look at this. Look at this player right here who should be switching. He's going to lean just a little bit. See how he's going to lean a little bit towards the screener? That little thing right there. See it? I'm going to slow it down. See how he's going? That little lean towards the screener means he's never able to actually guard this player one-on-one, and he gets to the rim and draws a 2-shot foul. So, of course, now the other thing, so that's a bad switch. See how he's going towards the screener? So now he's never able to take this player one-on-one. There's also too much sagging. Problem number 2 is right here, back to the sideline. Open up, back to the baseline, okay? Have a toe on the elbow so that when this player comes this way, okay? Now, again, there should be no sagging here. It should be up, okay? You should be over with your back to the baseline. So when this player comes this way, it's stunt, it's recover. And you get his dribble picked up outside the free throw line. And it's an easy recovery because I don't have to move my feet. But I'm guarding now with my back to the sideline. It's a bad switch to begin with, and it's just going to lead to a 2-shot foul for Orlando. So the Pistons are going to switch this screen, then scram switch out of it, okay? Look at this player right here. He's telling this player, take mine, I got yours on the switch, okay? We're doing a great job in the gaps right here, okay? But again, scram switch. Right now this player is communicating. Why? There can't be any, what is this? You hear the scram switch. Go take this player. This player's got this player, okay? But look what happens. I guess this player isn't paying attention or listening to the communication that's being given, because look what we have happen here. We have 2 people going towards this player, the no scram switch out to this player, so now it's just going to be a pump fake and go drive, and it's a 2-shot foul again for Orlando. This is off an offensive rebound, so you get cross-matched off an offensive rebound, you can't sag. Look what Kelly Olynyk's going to do. He's just going to backpedal, send his man nowhere, and it's just an easy drive to the rim for an and one. You can't sag, okay? Right now you've got to get up and direct where this player's going. Okay, I have a gap defender right here. If I force him this way, it's just easy stunt, recover, dribble picked up out beyond the free throw line. We're good. But you have to get up. You've got to dictate where he goes. Okay? Instead, Kelly Olynyk's just going to backpedal his way. There's no gap defender because of that, and it's an and one. Again, it's about where you send the offensive player here. Okay? If you're Corey Joseph, you can't let him go this way. Okay? There's no gap help. Force him to the middle of the floor where I have a gap defender right here and there's no place for him to go. Okay? And get up and pressure the ball as much as possible. Okay? But look what happens. Do I send him this way into my gap help? Nope. I send him away from the gap help. So look what happens. Now he's able to get to the rim. There's no one to get into the gaps, and it's 2. There's no need for Kelly Olynyk to sag here. Look at this. Look at this sagging right here. Okay? Look at that. Why? Get up and pressure the ball. Send him to the middle of the floor. He's going nowhere. I have a gap defender right here. Get up, pressure the ball, send him to the middle of the floor. Stunt, right here, recover. Easy, okay? But Kelly Olynyk sagging off for no reason, and it's an open 3. This is ludicrously bad transition defense, okay? So right now what's happening right here, okay? Someone's got it. We have a man in the corner right here. We can't have 2 people guarding this player. So either Kelly Olynyk saying, I got this guy, you run, sprint over, take here, or this player saying, I got this guy, Kelly Olynyk, you need to go to the corner. Transition defense is all about communication. And when there is none, we got 2 people guarding 1, nobody guarding the man in the corner, and it's just going to be an easy pump fake and go drive into the rim for 2. Bad transition defense. All right, so Orlando's got the ball. We got 2 guys back here. Okay, 2 guys back here. This player here is sprinting back. He's got to tell Corey Joseph to take the ball. I got this player here. You got to step up and take the ball. But Corey Joseph's going to slide towards this player here for no reason, okay, because this player is getting back, okay, and look what happens. See how he's going towards this player here as opposed to right now just coming over to cut off the ball and this player getting back this way, okay? We got 2 people going this way, nobody to cut off the ball, and it's just going to lead to a dunk. Can't run ball screen defenses with no backside help. Look at this. So you're in drop coverage here, right? There's no backside help right here. so it's just going to be a pocket pass through for a dunk. What would I do? I would never be in drop coverage. I'm up, I'm pushing this guard out this way. Now my backside, like right now, you can see this ball screen getting set. This backside defender should be already moving this way. Once the screen is set, boom, I'm up here. All right? This player here can slide down a little bit and occupy these two players 2 passes away. But you have to have backside help. And when you don't have backside help, that happens. Can't allow Markelle Fultz to go baseline when he's backing you down, all right? Look at this right here, okay? One, you can't let him spin this way. You've got to force him to the middle of the floor. 2, we got to drop a little here. We should be halfway between the post up and our man, so that when we force Markelle Fultz this way, we can stunt and we can recover. We don't have to move our feet, and we're fine. Okay? But when you let Markelle Fultz spin this way, now you're letting him get too low. See, look at that. Now look where he is. Now we can't dig in the post from here. We have to send help at the rim, which means there's nobody to help the helper, and it's just going to lead to an easy 2 for Orlando. Going under, you have to jam the screener here, okay? Look at this right here. Why is Kelly Olynyk sagging? If this player's going under, which he does, Kelly Olynyk has got to get up and jam the screener with his body. So this player has a much easier route getting through. Look when you don't jam the screener, how more difficult this route is to go under. Okay? Again, why is Kelly... There's no reason for him to be sagging. Ball screen's getting set. You should be jamming the screener and going under. Okay? But when you don't jam the screener, look how hard it is to go under. So now Markelle Fultz is on the other side early, and it's a layup. This is a horrible switch. You run a ball screen. You cannot switch a guard onto Robin Lopez, okay? And then look what happens. The Pistons are going to scram switch out of it, but it's too late. Look at the scram switch. Robin Lopez is already inside the charge circle. So it's just going to be an easy putback for Robin Lopez for 2. So again, don't switch. Why are you switching a guard onto Robin Lopez? Again, right now, up, okay? Push this ball handler out this way. Close this middle off so he can't split through, okay? And look, Robin Lopez is walking right into the backside help right here, okay? And we're good. And we're keeping Kelly Olynyk on Robin Lopez, all right? But you switch this guard onto Robin Lopez, then the scram switch is far too late, and it's just an easy 2 for Orlando, all because you switched that ball screen. What is this ball screen defense? Are you planning on switching? Then why is this player underneath the screener? He should be level to the screener so he's ready to guard. I mean, that looks like what you're doing. Right now, you got to be communicating right here. Like, what if you're switching right now? It's switch, switch, switch. Okay? So right now it's up and then immediately underneath the screener so you can't get slipped or anything like that. But again, look at this. What is this? You're switching. Clearly there's no communication. This player should be level to the screener, boom, and ready to guard. But the Pistons just don't defend this ball screen at all. It's a horrendous switch. So now it's just right to the rim, and it's going to be a 2-shot foul for Orlando. Okay, 1, this is a really bad switch. I would never switch Marvin Bagley onto this guard. Right here, I would hedge, bring this player out this way. Look at this. The backside help can come right here. Okay, this player can slide down a little bit, occupy these 2 players 2 passes away. I push this guard out this way, and I'm keeping Marvin Bagley on a big. Okay? So you want to switch Marvin Bagley onto a guard. He's going to get toasted if you let him go baseline, draw help, open 3. So if you want to switch Marvin Bagley onto this guard, 1, this player needs to get immediately under the screener to be in the gaps, okay, because we know this is a bad matchup. Why is he going over the top, switching over the top of the screen? Get underneath, okay, and then Marvin Bagley can send you this way. There's no place for him to go because I've switched underneath, okay? But Marvin Bagley is just going to let himself get blown baseline as opposed to sending him where there should be gap help, but this player's switching over the top, and you're going to see it's just a disaster. Drives to the rim, draw help, 3. You can't lean towards the screen early, okay? Look at this. Make him come off this ball screen, and our ball screen defensive coverages should take care of the rest. You can't lean towards the screen because then he's just going to refuse it and get right to the lane. Watch this offensive player here. See how he's leaning? See how he's leaning towards the screen? So now it's just an easy ball screen refusal, get right to the rim, and it's going to draw a 2-shot foul. Okay, so if you're going underneath this screen, there's your screen, okay, right here. This player here, okay, again, screen's getting set. You see him setting a screen, you got to get up and jam the screener, okay? And then you got to show a little bit. You're jamming the screener just with your arms out, okay? So you're not giving up an open catch and shoot 3. This player's going under, okay? Let him meet him on the other side. But look what this player does. He just comes right off the screen and catches and shoots for an open look, all right? So again, okay, screen's getting set right now. I'm jamming the screener, okay, and I'm showing, right? Jam the screener and show. Don't give up an open 3. Make him have to come off it. This player then is easily able to get on the other side. But when you don't jam the screener and you don't show, you let him come right off this screen, and it's an open 3. This is a horrible switch. Okay, the Magic are going to run a twist screen. Why am I switching Killian Hayes onto a big and having Isaiah Stewart leave the big? Okay, again, stop switching these. Just hedge. Push this player this way. Backside defenders right here. This player slides down and take these 2 Magic players 2 passes away. But look what happens. Now Killian Hayes is stuck guarding a big who he has no business guarding. And look at how easy this is. He's just going to be able to simply back him down a little bit and then just shoot right over him because of the size mismatch. It's just a bad switch. All right, so again, where am I sending the offensive player to? Okay? If I send him this way, there's no place for him to go, right? This player's going to be able to easily get into the gap, cut off the dribble outside the free throw line, and recover. If I send him this way, I have no gap help, okay? You've got to send him to the middle of the floor, into the teeth of your defense, okay? But you let him go away from the teeth of your defense, and now you have to help at the rim, which means there's nobody to guard the perimeter, and it's an open 3. This is god-awful transition defense, okay? Let's take a look at Isaiah Stewart. You have got to sprint back to the three-point line. It doesn't matter that this is the player you're guarding. We need you in numbers. We need you potentially in the gaps, okay? Mistake number 2 is, look at Isaiah Stewart lollygag. Mistake number 2 is that this player is just going to backpedal. Backpedal, 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 and it's just going to lead to a 2-shot foul. So, okay, so if Isaiah Stewart is sprinting back right now, like right now, boom, full-on sprint back, okay? Now he's ahead of the ball, okay? So now this player can step up and stop the ball outside the three-point line, and Isaiah Stewart should be somewhere right around here. And now you can send him to the middle of the floor, and Isaiah Stewart, there's no place for him to go. You're in the gaps, right? But instead, Isaiah Stewart's all the way back here because he's lollygagging back, and it's just going to force that defender to backpedal all the way, and it's a 2-shot foul. Okay, so why am I switching Isaiah Stewart onto this player? Keep Isaiah Stewart onto the big, okay? First of all, this is easy to just fight over the top, but if you don't want to do that, hedge. Close this off here so he can't split through. Okay, look at this. He's walking right into the backside defender right here. So you're fine, okay? But the Pistons are again going to switch. This is a disadvantage. This is not an advantageous switch for the Pistons. So again, now you need heavy gaps, right? You've got to send him to the middle of the floor, okay? This player needs to be right here, back to the baseline, so that when this player comes to the middle of the floor, it's just an easy stunt and recover, okay? So I would never allow Isaiah Stewart to be guarding on the perimeter like this. If I am, I'm sending him to the teeth of my defense, which is right here, okay? And I'm not sagging doing it, right? I'm up, and then this player can get up a little bit even more too, because now we're cutting this dribble off here, stunt, recover. But it's a terrible switch. Isaiah Stewart sags, and again, he's just going to, you're not sending him to, look at this. You're not sending him to the teeth of your defense right here. You're sending him away from the teeth of your defense, and it's just going to lead to an easy 2. What is Isaiah Stewart doing here? This man's defending his defender fine one-on-one. Isaiah Stewart's got to go find his man. And again, battle for real estate early, okay? Go out. Push this player out as quickly as you can, okay? But he's going to be ball watching, okay? Look, he's clearly ball watching here. And he's ball watching, not seeing what his man's doing. So now his man's just going to get a cut right here. Isaiah Stewart right now, dribbles picked up. Go find your man, push him out, battle for real estate early. But Isaiah Stewart's just going to sit here, and now look. Now he lets his man catch it in the charge circle. By then it's too late, and it's an easy 2. Okay, first of all, I'm never switching this screen. Okay, I'm keeping Isaiah Stewart on a big and a guard on a guard. So I'm hedging, okay? I have backside help just sliding over right here, and I'm good. I'm keeping this guard away, pushing him towards the sideline, towards half court, okay? So that's one thing. But number 2 is, so you do switch this screen, okay? Here's the problem. So here comes a scram switch right here. They're going to get this guard off of the Orlando big. When you scram switch, though, you've got to play him right here. Where's this player going for Detroit? He's going this way. Get underneath this Orlando player right here. Right, you should be guarding right here with a foot on the elbow. Look at this. This player's going out this way, denying. So now you're going to get beat back door. And it's not that you're beat back door. It's that now this player has offensive rebounding positioning on you. And look what happens. It's just going to lead to an easy putback 2. So again, you just got to look at the scram switch. Okay? Here's the scram switch right here. So this player has got to get to where you'd normally guard a man in the corner. Toe on the corner, foot on the block. Okay? Wide stance back to the baseline. And if a shot goes up, you go and box him out. Look at the route that this player's taking. Where on earth is he going? So now he's beat back door because he took a terrible route on the scram switch, and now his man's in position to get an offensive rebound, which is exactly what happens, and it's 2 points. When you run a ball screen defense like drop coverage with no backside help, bad things happen. Look at you drop the big right here, and the problem with drop coverage is you put yourself in such a bad spot. This passing angle on the skip pass is so easy because there's no ball pressure. So if this backside defender steps up, it's going to be easy pass all the way here for a catch and shoot 3. But look, when you're in drop coverage and you have no backside help, look what happens. Now this player has to go contest at the rim, so when he doesn't get it, now that player's in easy position to just get an offensive rebound and put back. So stop getting in drop coverage. Right now, up. Look at this. You're pushing this player all the way out towards the sideline. This player can step up and backside help, so I take out the roll man. This player can occupy these 2 Orlando players 2 passes away, and I'm keeping the guard outside the lane, and I'm actually going to have some backside help on the roll man. But no backside help means you give up 2 points more often than not on a ball screen defensive coverage like that. This is, again, ludicrously bad transition defense. What do we have right here? Okay? What's going on? This player needs to go take the ball. What are you waiting for? Right here we're good. Right here we're good. Right here we're good. And eventually right here we'll be good. Okay? But there's no communication clearly. Like right now, you got to say, I got this guy. I got this guy. You're not getting back to random spots on the floor. You're getting back to bodies. But look what happens. This player doesn't get to a body. He's just trying to get to a random spot on the floor. And by the time he takes him, look at this. Now it's too late. Now he's backpedaling, and it's a blocking foul, 2 shots. Again, I'm never switching Isaiah Stewart here. I'm never switching him onto a guard. If I hedge right here, okay, push this player out this way. Look at this. The backside help is right here. He has to take 2 steps, and he's in backside help. So we're good. But fine. So you switch Isaiah Stewart onto a big. Now, one thing that needs to happen here is this player can't be ball watching. I don't know what he's doing, but look, his man's going to set a flare screen. You got to be calling out flare, 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 so this player can get up and over the top early. But this player's ball watching, so he has no idea that his man here is setting a flare screen. That's mistake number 2 on this, I would say. Okay? And then mistake number 3 is, look at this. You can't guard like this. You cannot be having your back to your man. You've got to be having a head on a swivel, seeing ball, seeing man at all times, right? You're never taking your eye off either for more than a second. But because this player's ball watching, he loses sight of his man who cuts, and it's just going to lead to an easy dunk. Bad transition defense. Again, we're going to have 2 people guarding the ball. This is not a great situation here, but right now this player's clearly got the ball. I mean, I don't even think he needs to communicate it. He clearly has the ball. This player has to go wide and take this player. You got to hope that this player can hold up one-on-one, and you've got to take this player. But this player instead is going to go towards the ball, so obviously that leaves a man wide open in the corner, and it's a catch-and-shoot 3. Okay, horrible defense on this. First of all, the down screen's getting set right here. Okay, why is Isaiah Stewart sagging? Down screen gets set. What are you supposed to do? You should be attached to your man and showing so that this player can't curl. He has to go out, right? And then this chase can happen. But number 2 is you got to be attached to your man. If you're attached to your man on this down screen, this doesn't happen. Look at Isaiah Stewart sagging. Look at this sagging. He should have been attached to his man defending the down screen. But instead he's sagging, so boom. It's just an easy pass right here for a catch-and-shoot 3. The camera angle's terrible here, but this is off of a Pistons make, okay? So there's the Pistons make. This defense, this isn't even transition defense. It's off a make. What is going on here? Now, I can't really tell what's going on all the way down here, but by the time I get an aerial shot, how can this be what it looks like? Why is this player not back beneath the three-point line? So he's in the gaps when this player comes here, stunt, recover. Why is Isaiah Stewart behind this man right here? Why is this player sagging off so much? I don't understand. Beneath the three-point line. Beneath the three-point line. Okay? I don't care that your man's out beyond half court. I don't care that your man's here. This player should be right here. Okay? So that now I can force this player to the middle of the floor, and then I can stunt and recover. Okay? And I should never be sagging off this much. This looks like this is off of a transition miss. This is off of a make. How can the floor look like this? How? But because everybody's out of position. Not one of these four players off of a make is in position right here. So you give up an easy layup off of a make. What is this switch? So you switch right here. Why is Isaiah Stewart sagging? If the plan is to switch, right now Isaiah Stewart's got to get level to the screener. Okay, so when this player comes off, boom, I'm ready to guard. Look what happens here. Look at this. We're going to have, it looks like, again, miscommunication on a switch. We got 2 people going towards the screener, nobody taking the man coming off the screen, so you give up a wide open 3. This is bad transition defense. This is just a bad gamble, okay? Just play him straight up one-on-one. Force him this way. As you can see, there's no place for him to go if he goes this way because this big's doing a great job getting back, okay? That's mistake number 1. But mistake number 2 is Marvin Bagley's dropping too low. You're not getting back to random spaces on the floor. You're getting back to bodies. If Marvin Bagley's just getting back to his man, okay, if Marvin Bagley is just staying right here with his man, okay, you're fine. You'll be able to stunt, easily recover, and then this player can go to this body. It's all about communication. But where's Marvin Bagley going? So now as opposed to this man being able to just easily guard right here, okay, and this player guarding here, this player's in no man's land, just getting back to a random spot on the floor. So now he feels like he has to take this man momentarily, and that's all that it takes because, look, now he's late to get out, and it's going to lead to an easy drive for 2. Again, horrible switch. What is happening here? If you're switching, why is this player sagging so much? Again, we'll back it up. If the plan is to switch, you've got to be level to the screener. So that when this player comes off this screen, boom, you're ready to guard. But look at this. You switch this screen, this player is, first of all, going towards the screener. So he's going to be late to get over to switch. And now it's just an easy driving lane right to the rim, and it's a 2-shot foul. What on earth is Kelly Olynyk doing right here? Okay, watch what happens. His man cuts through. Look, where's Kelly Olynyk's eyes going? Look at this. Why is he looking this way? Your man is cutting through. Stay with him. What is this? Look at this right here. Look right here. Zoom in. Where are his eyes? Why is he looking this way? The ball, I don't understand. The ball's here. You should be seeing ball and man at all times. But Kelly Olynyk just falls asleep. Look at this. What is this? He loses track of his man. You've got to be seeing ball and man at all times. Head on a swivel. But he loses track of his man, so now they're just going to swing it over here, and it's going to be an open catch-and-shoot three. You're guarding Robin Lopez in the post. You've got to be initiating contact. So right here, already I'm pushing him out. I'm battling him out. I'm battling for real estate now. You've got to be the one to initiate contact first. If Robin Lopez initiates contacts first, okay, you're going to get sealed. Look at this. See how he's not pushing him at all? So now look, now Robin Lopez has him sealed. That's why right here you should be pushing, battling for real estate, getting him out. Even earlier, right now, like you should be up, battling Robin Lopez for real estate. You got to be the one to initiate contact. Because when Robin Lopez is the one to initiate contact first right here, look, now you're sealed. Now you're screwed. Now look how low he's catching the ball. He's catching the ball in the charge circle. By then it's far too late, and it's going to lead to an easy 2. Again, horrible switch. You're guarding. Look at this. You're guarding the screener. You can't sag if the plan is to switch. Okay? You've got to be level to the screener. Okay? So that when he comes off it, boom, you're ready to guard. Look at this. Like right now. Stay with your man. Like he's going to set a screen. I am up. I'm rushing up to get level to the screener. Because if my plan is to switch, when he comes off this, boom, I'm ready to guard. But what happens? Look at this. What is this? Now you're scrambling to get out to guard this player. It's too late. He's going to blow by you, get right to the rim for a layup. Okay, so here comes a cross screen. Now, again, the Pistons are defending this horribly no matter what. But how I would defend this cross screen is I'm not switching. I'm level to the screener, and as this man comes through, I'm jamming this player as he comes through to push him off his spot, and this player can easily get on the other side and battle for real estate early. But 2, the Pistons switch this cross screen. Fine. You got to get level to the screener. So that when Markelle Fultz comes through, you're nudging him for real estate right away. But again, you're sagging. So look, now look where Markelle Fultz is going to catch it. He's going to catch it right here, as opposed to he should have caught it right about here. That's a big difference. Now, number 2 is once you're guarding Markelle Fultz in the post, he's caught it already lower. You got to keep him to the middle of the floor here. Because why? Because I can dig in the post right here. Okay? If he comes middle, I can dig, recover. Okay? If I let him do anything baseline, I'm just allowing him to create more space without anybody being in the gaps, okay, or without any post dig, and look what happens. See, instead of just forcing him this way, where I can dig in the post and recover, I let him go baseline, okay, where there's no one to dig in the post, and it's just one-on-one, and it's a step-back jumper. So there's multiple mistakes there that led to that 2 points. Okay, so again, 1, I would never switch this ball screen. I am not putting Kelly Olynyk on an island on the perimeter guarding a guard, and I'm never putting a guard on Robin Lopez in the post. So I would obviously be hedging this ball screen. Backside help, okay, can come from right here. This player sinks down and occupies these 2 players 2 passes away, and I'm pushing this guard out towards half court. Okay, I'm certainly not switching this, okay? The Pistons decide to switch this. If you're going to switch this, where do you bring this ball handle right here? into the teeth of my defense, the middle of the floor. If he comes this way, stunt, dribbles picked up, recover. I don't have to move my feet. I'm already in position. Kelly Olynyk, of course, is forcing him away from the middle of the floor, away from his gap help. And now look, now it's just an easy drive to the rim, and it's going to lead to a 2-shot foul. But that really also could have been avoided by just not switching that ball screen. This is awful. What are the Pistons doing here on this ball screen? You cannot switch like, okay, you switched. I wouldn't have switched it, but you did. But you can't switch back. Again, Kelly Olynyk, force him to the middle of the floor, right into your gap defense. But look what the Pistons are going to do. They're going to try and switch back. So now look, now you need a backside defender on Robin Lopez because Kelly Olynyk's trying to switch back, okay? And he's not going to get there in time without any backside help being necessary. So look, now this defensive player has to come all the way over here as opposed to just being able to stay with a foot on the block and outside the charge circle. So now look, now they're just going to go swing, swing. This player's going to have to sprint to get out to the three-point line because of that weird switch, then switch back, which never works. And now look, so now it's just swing, swing. He's never able to actually guard that player one-on-one, and it's just an easy drive to the rim for 2. Horrible transition defense here. What is happening? Okay, this player right here is guarding the ball just fine. Okay, Kelly Olynyk's going here. This player is going here in transition. What is this? Look at this. This player then go towards here. So now there's no one to take Markelle Fultz because he's going to snake dribble Kelly Olynyk on his back. So now Markelle Fultz is just going to get right to the rim for 2. What? It's horrible ball screen defense. I mean, I don't know what this is. Are you in drop coverage, I guess? Maybe? Then again, I hate giving up the lane. Okay. 2, this player's going to come all the way over, too far. All right. You want to, right now you're good. Keep a wide stance. You're seeing ball, you're seeing man. And again, it's all about footwork. Okay. So let's zoom in. All right. Look at this. Well, let's let this play develop a little bit more. Okay. Let's zoom in now. All about footwork. If your feet take you in, first of all, he's too far in, and he doesn't have a wide stance. He should have a foot on the he should have a foot on the elbow. Okay, but again, you can't move your feet inward. Look at this. See how he's moving his feet inward? Now he's never going to get back outward, and it's just going to lead to an easy drive for a layup. Now, the other thing is what is this ball screen defense? This is why I hate giving up the lane, because this player has to come all the way over and help. No. Hedge. Right now, again, up. Push this player this way. Backside defenders should be coming over right here. This player can easily occupy these magic 2 passes away, and I'm pushing this ball handler out towards half court as opposed to giving him the lane. So I give the guard the lane. This player's way too far over. His footwork's terrible, being in the gaps, and it leads to a layup. All right, so this is just terrible defense. You switch this ball screen. Stop. You can't sag on Markelle Fultz. You give him a runway to get into his moves early. You have to get up, force him to the middle of the floor. This player needs to drop a half step, and then if Markelle Fultz comes this way, stunt, easy recover. Okay? But when you sag, look at this. Now you're just backpedaling and giving Markelle Fultz all the space he needs. You're taking him away from your gap defense, and now he's able to do whatever he wants, get right to the rim for a layup. All right, so 1, you're forcing him away from your gap help. Look at right now, okay? Get up and angle him this way, right here. There's no place for him to go. Stunt, recover, okay? So that's mistake number 1. Mistake number 2 is as you're guarding him one-on-one, watch this. Look at this player here is going to fake like he's going to set a screen and slip it, okay? So, again, fake like he sets a screen and slip it. Look what happens here. This player is going to flinch ever so slightly towards the screen. Look at this. Let's look at this. See how this player right there flinches towards the screen? So now you're still not sending him to the middle. You're sending him this way, and you're out of position to defend him one-on-one, so that just leads to 2. This is just awful. Okay, a down screen, you don't need to switch this. Okay, get attached. You're attached to the screener. Why are you attached to the screener? So if he slips it, you're going right with him. Okay, and then you're showing. Okay, you're attached and showing. So this player can't curl. Okay, he has to go out more, and this player can chase and get on the other side. Okay, but if you switch this, the communication has to be right now, right? Switch, switch, switch. So I'm immediately up. I'm immediately underneath the screener. When there's no communication, look what happens. Now there's 2 people guarding the screener. And now the defense is just constantly scrambling, and it's going to lead to a pump-and-go drive and a wide-open 3. If you're in drop coverage, which I would never be, this big has got to stay underneath the ball until this guard's able to get over the top and face him one-on-one. You got to hope that this backside defender can slide up maybe a little bit so that this pocket pass can't get made. But if you're not underneath, the problem is you're giving this guard the lane. But the big is going to allow him to just waltz right into a layup. So again, you know how I would cover this. Okay? Ball screen set, hedge. Keep this player outside the lane. All right? The backside help is right here. This player slides down and occupies these 2 players 2 passes away, and you're good. Or you can have the backside help come from here, and this player can slide over, okay, and occupy the 2 Magic players 2 passes away, okay? But keep the guard out of the lane, all right? And you give the guard the lane, the big doesn't drop like he's supposed to, and it's 2 points. This is an awful switch. This is an awful switch. Why am I switching this big right here onto a guard? This is just horrible, okay? Look at this. Look how easy it is to hedge this screen, okay? Hedge, push this player out, close up the middle here so he can't split through, okay? And look, I'm walking right into backside help here, okay? The backside defender's right there, okay? Or if he gets past that backside defender, the backside defender's here. And again, this guard is being pushed out this way. But now I get to keep a big on a big and a guard on a guard. But you switch a big onto a guard on the perimeter, it's a total disaster, and it leads to an easy 2.